This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Sacramento Kings up against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. After fighting so many battles to keep the Kings in Sacramento, they are set to open up a new arena for the start of next season. Shaq, you've been involved with the Kings. How big was this for the city?
Well, it firmly establishes the Kings in Sacramento for years to come. Excuse me, Sacramento. The design is great. It's going to be the first drop-top arena, indoor-outdoor arena. It's going to be fabulous. I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be great. I mean, unfortunately, the house that Kenny built is going down. You know, but it's a new state-of-the-art arena downtown, so I've actually seen the construction of it. I talked to Kevin Johnson, the mayor, about it. So this is going to be a great rejuvenation for Sacramento. Sacramento.
One of the more self-serving segments we've ever done. Thanks for tuning in.
Shooting guard, standing 6'5", number 23, Ben McLemore. Starting at the other guard, standing 6'5", number 0, Marco Bellinelli. The other guard position, 61 inches, number 9, Rajon Rondo. At forward, 6'8", from Connecticut, number 8, Rudy Gay.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live from the capital city of California, Sacramento. A time-honored tradition, the NBA on 2K Sports Sunday Night Hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan.
Ready to go?
And the Bulls start out with the ball. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Bulls. Butler team to Dunleavy on the perimeter. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. And it's Rose in at point guard. Now here's Rondo. McLemore, the pass to Cousins. Gasol with the rebound. So many people overlooked Pau Gasol prior to last season. Seemed to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game, and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after him.
Now here's Rondo. After the miss from Joakim Noah. Here's Gay. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Gay's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Kings. Rondo against Rose. Butler sets a screen for Rose. Outside Butler. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Rondo against Rose. They set the pick. The drive by Cousins. Here's Gay. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
And no question, Jay, Rudy Gay is one of those guys who has always put up great numbers, but in 9 seasons he's been in the league, only one playoff. Only one. Count him, one. Back in 2012.
Yeah, but what if he were still in Memphis, though, Kevin? I mean, that's one of it. Sometimes it's not always your fault that you're not getting there.
True.
You got to play on a good enough team, and he hasn't up to this point. So, yeah, he's had his moments of inconsistency and will disappear at times. So there's some shared blame there as to why he hasn't been more consistent when it comes to the postseason.
On defense, Sacramento. It's a 3-point game. Noah's shot is off.
And, you know, back to Rudy Gay. He's a tremendous all-around talent. Physically, instinctively, skill-wise, he's got it all. Except that consistent winning touch, that remains to be completed.
Again, Sacramento.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Butler dishes to Rose. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And thinking more about Rudy Gay, one key number I look at from last season, his assists. By far the most in his career, and that didn't translate into a ton of wins, but it very well could have been the next step toward getting those wins.
Here's Rondo, following the score by Derrick Rose. Rondo with the steal. Down low. And there's Cousins. That's good on the assist by Rondo.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Now, here's Gasol. Unloads from 13. They recover it. Noah kicks to Gasol. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Now here's Rondo. Kicks it to Gay. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Rondo with the nice dish.
Bulls trail by 5. Outside Rose. Good looking screen by Gasol. And it's Rose penetrating. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. Kings have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Bellinelli passes to Rondo. To the paint. Here's Cousins. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Cousins has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long, Clark, as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Pau to go with 18 rebounds. I mean,
right.
You rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
That free throw good from Gasol.
And with Powell, that 46-point game, he became the oldest player to get 45 points and 15 rebounds.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And a final point, guys, with Powell's career game. It's crazy to think that he did it while not being the first offensive option. I mean, he had been the go-to guy with his time in Memphis for so long.
Butler in the corner. Offensive rebound. The shot from the low post is good. Gasol's got 5 points so far.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Here's Gay. Sacramento again missing.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Gasol, a screen on Rondo. Gasol in the high post, launches it, and the Bulls get it back. Sacramento leading by 4, and Doris Burke spoke with George Carmen. Doris?
He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, "You know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint." Makes sense, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Bulls trail by 4. Left side, Butler. Stolen away. Rondo against Butler. Rondo dishes to Bellinelli. Back to Rondo. Clock at 6. Here's Bellinelli, defended by Butler. The shot by Bellinelli, no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Butler on the way. Bellinelli is covering. Butler goes in. Rebound by the Kings.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Rondo. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. At the elbow, it's Cousins. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And the Kings lead by 6.
DeMarcus Cousins can really be unstoppable at times on offense. He's shown star qualities ever since he stepped into the NBA. But it wasn't until last season that he was voted to the All-Star game.
Sacramento making some changes. Butler, he's checked in for Bellinelli. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. Then for the Bulls, Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Dunleavy. And it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose. Bulls trail by 6. And back to Cousins last year. He was the first Sacramento King to appear in an All-Star game, which is hard to believe in over a decade. That is a long stretch, a long drought.
I'll tell you what, no question, he's been doing a lot of heavy lifting here early in his career. But I tell you what, you surround him with some sick talent, and I can see rings in this young man's future.
And the basket by Collison. Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Brooks kicks to Gasol. Brooks against Collison. The feed to Gibson. Here's Gasol. Nice D from Cousins.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
And Butler, here we go. He kicks to Cousins. Here's Gay. Shot is off. Some solid defense from Gasol. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Now here's Collison. He feeds it to Gay. No good. And it's Chicago the other way. And here we go with Brooks running it up the court. Count that one. Now just a 2-point Kings lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Yeah, credit the D there. Got his hands up and made sure he wasn't comfortable on the release.
Sure did. Stayed real snug on him and didn't allow him the space he needed to get a good shot off.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here's Collison. To the middle. Gay passes to Collison. From 13. Another miss by Gay.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Here's Butler. Lays it up and banks it in. Butler's got 6 points.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
And some changes here for the Kings. Kufis checked in for Cousins. Caspi comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's James Anderson in for McLemore. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Chicago. To end the run. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team in the way they approach the game.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
Now here's Brooks. He dishes it to Gibson. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. And the Bulls lead by 1.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Collison against Brooks. Collison dishes to Caspi. And Anderson kicks to Butler. 5 on the clock. It's deflected. Stolen by Brooks. And now in transition is Heinrich. Here we go.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And guys, Kirk Heinrich, a steady, reliable point guard, but not last season. Something went severely wrong with his shot to the point where he suffered career low shooting percentages from the field and from three-point.
He hits the second from the line. It was a rough year last year for fans in Sacramento, but they still come out here to fill up the stands, Greg, even with their team struggling.
Yeah, the new ownership, give them credit. Last year, the Kings marked an 8-year high in terms of attendance. Not bad for a team that really looked to be in the hunt for the postseason, but then just fell apart midway through.
And Chicago has possession. The Kings getting the bucket. Gibson with the screen on KHAOS. And Brooks, here we go. And the layup falls. Brooks has got his second basket of the game.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
The Kings ended at 18-23 here at home. Not a terrible record for them given how their whole season went kind of up and down and inconsistent. They even had some home cooking in their favor as they were the second best team in free throw differential at home.
Dishes it to Heinrich. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. And the baseline jumper, no good.
Well, a big thing for the Kings to look forward to is the opening of their new arena. They are still looking at opening the downtown arena in the fall of 2016, and Sacramento couldn't be any more excited.
Now Mirotic. Darren Collison missing from long range. Wide open look. And Heinrich with the basket, the assist by Brooks. Brooks has got 4 assists now tonight. The Kings trailing. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. They set the screen. Brooks against Collison. Pass to Anderson. Puts up a 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Gasol's got 7 rebounds in the game. With 1 on the clock. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Bulls lead by 2. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports. And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened in NBA history. Pau talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with his brother Mark. Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way 2 of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become 2 of the best centers in the NBA at this age.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers, who traded him to Memphis for his brother.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
They seem to be a step slower, and that's one reason why they've been able to own the rebounding edge.
Well, the anticipation's been better. As the ball hits the rim, it's going right to them. Solid job of them chasing it down and anticipating.
Kufis out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Bellinelli. Then there's Collison. And it's Caspi in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, Clark, no doubt about it. That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Bellinelli. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow. But Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Here's Collison. Aaron Brooks picking up that last basket. Cauley Stein with the screen for Collison. Layup off the pick. Rose with the ball. Brooks outside. And Cauley Stein over to help. And that one's good by Noah. Noah's got his first basket of the night. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Brooks outside. Noah the screen. Gibson up top. Now Dunleavy. And it's Rose penetrating. The pass to Noah. Kufis with the block. Collison against Rose. Outside Collison. passes it to Koufos. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Koufos has got 6.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
A strong season from Darren Collison cut short last year. Greg shut down at the end of last February.
Yeah, he had that issue with his hip, and that kind of ended things for him in what had been a promising season. A shame, since he was having the best of his career to date.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He said their plan was run their offense through Gibson. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. So, Kevin, changes already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Dunleavy. Noah the screen. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession.
Collison was having a career year last year, guys. I mean, 16 points a game was a career high for him, and he also shot more threes than ever before.
For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Screen by Cousins. And Bellinelli kicks to Gay. Off the pick. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And I think even in the injury-shortened season, Collison showed he is still a starter in the NBA. Now, he's been used as a super sixth man in the past, but he's just as effective, I believe, at starting the game.
Now here's Rondo following the miss by Derrick Rose. And Bellinelli kicks to Cousins. Screen by Cousins. Gay drives in. Just 5 to shoot. Stolen by Noah. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
And you look at Joakim Noah. I mean, one of those hybrid talents. As a center, he gives you the rebounding, the shot blocking you want. But then he also has tremendous passing skills and instincts. And the energy of a mountain lion.
That free throw missing. And going back to Joakim Noah, he really is a hybrid. He holds American, Swedish, and French citizenships. He's truly a man of the world, and he's worldly on the floor. He can guard and play a lot of different positions.
And Kevin, he looks like a man of the world. He has a unique style unto himself, but I'll take the versatility and the hustle he brings on my team any day. If he's healthy, he's a factor.
And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Just way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
Butler. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Butler's got 8 points.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
McLemore, the pass to Gay. Fades and shoots. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And, you know, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls' front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, 2 major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he'd had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. It's tipped. Butler with the steal. Outside Rose. Gibson the screen. Rose kicks to Gibson. Rebound by the Kings. Cousins has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And guys, talking about Joakim Noah, he was still the spirit of that team last season. Amongst all the great talents the Bulls had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team. A true warrior, even in an off year.
Here's Rose after Rajon Rondo's bucket. No good. Rondo with some nice D. For Sacramento, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Rose attacking. Gay with the block.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Kings.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And the intensity is carried over into their ability to get out in passing lanes and really be disruptive in terms of their opponent's offense.
Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
Curry's checked in for Bellinelli. The Bulls also changing it up. Pau Gasol, he's checked in for Gibson. And Mirotic subbed in for Mike Dunleavy. For Sacramento, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly. Eventually pulled it together and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
The dish to Mirotic. It's stolen by McLemore. And that one is stuffed right through.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Here's Rose after the Kings pick up 2. Gasol dishes to Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts one up from 19. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Gay.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs. The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Curry against Rose. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
It's deflected. And here's Rondo. 6 points for him. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And Mirotic throws it down.
That almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even. Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
And it's the Kings with the ball after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Now here's Rose. He's got 6. Here's Butler. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on and on, yet he's made it and made it big.
Free throw, good, Butler. And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much, Greg, a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there. And most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions, and finally transferred to a major college and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick.
Now here's Gay. 9 points in the game so far.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Noah with a screen on Curry. Heinrich passes to Gasol. That is good. Gasol's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bulls.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Curry kicks to Anderson. There's a good screen. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Drills it from outside. Butler's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Heinrich outside. Gasol setting the pick for Heinrich. Feeds to Noah. Shot is no good. Good work defensively by Gay. The Kings trail by 3. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Here's Cousins. And it falls over the rim and in. Cousins has got 10 points in the game.
You know, down there in the low post is where you really want to create a lot of your offense.
Gasol wide open. He fires. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist. And 11 points for Pau Gasol.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Now here's Anderson. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And it's good. Butler's gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. Heinrich kicks to Mirotic. Back to Heinrich. Great tee that time from Curry. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Butler dishes to Curry. Pass to Anderson. Here's the screen. Kicks it to Butler. Tries from 10. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. Gasol's got 8 rebounds in this game. Butler on the wing. He's covered by Gay. Goes up the baseline. And it's Butler missing. The Kings trailing. Outside Curry. To the left wing. Here's Cousins. Sinks the 15-footer. Cousins has got 6 here in this quarter. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Sacramento leading by a point. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it feel to get back out there on the basketball floor here for the new season ahead?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Great to have you back, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be taking a look back at the first half of basketball. DeMarcus Cousins having an outstanding game. He had 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
Well, quite simply, their bench showed up tonight. And when I say showed up, I'm talking about on the offensive end because they were scoring in bunches. Now, you want your reserves to just at least come in and hold the fort, but they did way more than that tonight.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Their transition game was really strong. It really fueled them, gave them a big injection of energy into the offense. If they can maintain that fast style in the second half, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
So that does it for us. Hope you enjoyed our halftime show. Now, we take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half call.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
Cousins just giving them fits. He has 12 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And was it a good one? Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
And Sacramento has possession. They lead by 1. The Kings were off to a hot start last year, but things certainly fell apart midway. A big factor in that was the messy firing of their coach, Mike Malone.
Yeah, really, that firing came out of nowhere to the fans and the players, and it seemed odd to fire a coach that has been leading his team to good basketball.
Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. And small and power forward, it's Dunleavy and Gasol. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's Noah in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And there's the bucket. Stand with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Noah's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Bulls. Rondo passes to McLemore. Gay against Butler. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Jimmy Butler.
And, you know, we'll never really know the full details of why Malone was fired, but the effect it had on the team was easy to see. Kings really tailspinned out of control afterward.
You know, the Kings, I think, will look back and realize they made a dubious decision the way they handled that coaching change. I mean, lucky for them, they were able to right things, so to speak, by landing George Karl later on, clearly one of the better coaches in NBA history.
Rudy Gay hits them both. You look at him physically, and Rudy Gay is the complete package at the small forward spot. Nothing holding him back.
You know, Kevin, he comes in at 6'8", has that solid frame, unbelievable athletic ability with the speed to go with that for a player of his height. He is a true talent.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Noah kicks to Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
That's not going to go for him. It's his 6th miss. He's 5 for 11. The drive by Rondo. Got a piece of it. Back to Gay. And count it. 2 points with a chance for 1 more at the free throw line.
And with Rudy Gay, the physical part of the game has never been a problem with him. As great a physical player as any other small forward in the league, his one drawback is he can get in his own head at times and not play to his strengths.
And no doubt a lot of players can get in their own head, like Gay does at times. He does so much on the floor, it is odd when he vanishes for stretches of the game. On pure talent, he has few peers in the league.
Rajon Rondo, guys, really needs to operate in a system that's point guard centric. He needs the ball to be effective. Pushing it, driving, dishing. When he has to play off the ball, that's when trouble starts.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 3 assists tonight. Rondo against Rose. Little turnaround. Cousins, no good. And for Rondo, he's almost a throwback at the point, fearlessly taking it to the hole, getting knocked down, and getting right back up to fight another round. The thing maybe against him right now is what kind of guy, influence, what is he like on a team, and how does he affect it?
That's a great point. And also nowadays in the NBA, there's more of a premium on shooting and spacing. So it's going to be up to Rondo to adjust to that new style. That's going to be the question. Can he make that transition?
Well said. Here's Bellinelli following the score by Derrick Rose. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Kings shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
The free throw drops for Gabe. And here are the Kings now. It's a 1-point game. Here's Cousins. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
Now here's Rose. He's got 8. Here's Butler. Butler missing again. Sacramento leading by 3. And here they go. Knocks it loose. Here's Rondo. It's rebounded by Noah.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Good.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He told Gasol that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. Now here's Rondo. 6 points for him. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Kings shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Free throw, no good for Bellinelli.
And, you know, guys, Marco Bellinelli really hit his stride 2 seasons ago. He was way up across the board as a shooter and assist man. Even his rebounding had improved over his career averages. But then last year, he took a bit of a step back.
Rondo drives in. It's stolen by Dunleavy. Knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Kufis checked in for Sacramento. Collison comes in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Gasol. He's got 11. The feed now to Dunleavy for the lead. Kufis grabs the miss. Talking about Bellinelli, he won the NBA three-point shootout back in 2014. Looked like he'd perfected his stroke. That gave him great confidence in every other part of his game.
And talent is one thing, but confidence truly does trump almost everything else. And he just didn't seem to have it last season. But he has that craftiness and high-level skill set to really bounce back this year and prove that he's the real deal.
Here's Rose after Darren Collison's bucket. Dunleavy's shot is off. Collison with it. He has 6. Caspi dishes to Cauley Stein. Takes it from 10. All alone. Count the bucket. Now it's a 5-point Kings lead.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
And it's Rose penetrating the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
I tell you what, did he take off on that one? Not many players can elevate it and literally fly. What a special talent, and it's plays like that that remind me just how amazing these athletes are in the NBA.
Bulls trail by 3. He kicks to Brooks. Outside Collison. To the inside, Kufis. Shot is off. Great D that time from Gibson. Rose attacking. He feeds it to Dunleavy. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Collison against Rose. Right side, Collison. Tipped away. It's stolen by Rose. And oh, here we go. Rose, nobody back. And they take the lead. Rose has got 12. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Can't hit from the elbow. The Kings trailing. Outside Collison. He dishes it to Kufis. Gibson with the steal. Here is Rose. He's got 12. Gibson with the screen on Collison. Rose kicks to Gibson. Can't get it to go. And the Kings going the other way now. Dishes it to Collison. Caspi passes to Cauley Stein. Trying to get back on track. And it's good on the way in. 8 points for Darren Collison.
And former coach of the year, George Karl, making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation.
It's deflected and stolen by Kufis. Collison kicks to Caspi. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Collison's got 3 assists now in this one. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Kings.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Outside, Bellinelli. Another three for Sacramento. And what a pickup to get a guy like Carl Gregg on their bench, as you mentioned. He's just been a winner, Clark, his entire career.
Well, he's climbing the ladder in the all-time wins category as a coach, and also he's a cancer survivor. He's overcome a battle with cancer, and that also lends itself to having great compassion and respect for George Carl.
As did his son Kobe.
That's
Remember
right.
that? Yeah.
That's right. It was a family affair.
Just 2 to shoot. Nice shot by Brooks. Here's Collison. 8 points for him. Pass to Caspi. Back to Collison. There's the pick. Out to the wing. And the layup falls. Collison's got 10 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Man, you talk about a guy that's bounced around the league since he's been in it. Darren Collison. I mean, he's played on 5 different teams in his first 6 seasons, and he's been a contributor and an impact player on all of them.
Sacramento making some changes. Butler comes in for Cauley Stein. And it's James Anderson in for Bellinelli. Mirotic is checked in for Chicago. Heinrich comes in for Rose. Bulls trail by 6. For Darren Collison, played a career-high 35 minutes a game last year. Seemed to help him find his rhythm, Greg, on offense.
And his coach had confidence in him, and boy, did he deliver. Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that hip injury shut him down after 45 games, but a positive season for him to build upon nonetheless.
Here's Collison. 10 points for him. The pass to Anderson. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got 5 assists tonight. Brooks outside. Mirotic has a wide open look. Trains the three-pointer. Mirotic has got 11.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3-ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
And he jams it with authority.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Now here's Butler. Aaron Brooks missing his last shot. Back to Butler. Let's go. Can't get it to go. Now Chicago takes it the other way. On the wing, Brooks. Mirotic, the screen. The drive by Brooks. Koufos grabs the miss. Koufos has got 5 rebounds tonight. Collison against Heinrich. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And for Costa Koufos, Clark, so far he hasn't had that breakout year. He has been kind of in the shadow of Marc Gasol on that front line for Memphis.
Yeah, but he's understood his role, and he's done a nice job. He did start 81 games for Denver a few seasons ago, Kevin, but I think he's very comfortable as a backup. He's one of those guys who's just effective in limited playing stints.
He throw good, Darren Collison.
And talking about Koufos, he gives you some things you want out of your bigs. Great size and activity, solid rebounds and blocks per minute numbers. He may just need a chance in the right system to show more game.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Koufos. Gay comes in for Caspi. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Anderson. And both free throws good for Darren Collison.
And, you know, getting back to Koufos, one thing he has to get better at is finishing through contact. He has a really nice touch around the basket, but sometimes contact negates that.
Now here's Brooks. 8 points for him. Mirotic the screen. And Brooks. Here we go. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Brooks has got 4 points this quarter.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Here's Cousins. 14 points for him. Screen by Cousins. Here's Rondo. Sweet little floater. Rondo's got the lead back up to 7 now for Sacramento.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense, and that's a good strategy when you're on top.
Now here's Heinrich. Noah with a screen for Heinrich. Passes it to Mirotic. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. And it's 13 points for Nikola Mirotic. Outside Rondo. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Kings have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. The free throw dropped for Butler. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter. They set the pick. Here's Cousins. No good on the buzzer beater. And we've reached the end of the third. Kings lead by 6. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Bulls trail by 6. Curry is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's McLemore in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And the call will be against Joakim Noah. That's his first foul. Here's Rondo. Outside Curry. The dish to Gay. Fires from the wing. And right through it goes. Gay's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Kings. Noah with a screen on Rondo. Stolen by Gay. And the Kings pushing it up now. Gay with the ball. Outside Rondo. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, how about Rajon Rondo in this one? He's got 8 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark. And this offense has really performed at a high level.
It was a trade that seemingly had been talked about for several years. Finally last season, Boston shipping out Rajon Rondo to the Dallas Mavericks, Clark, halfway through the season.
Yeah, and it seemed to me to be a trade that actually helped both teams.
No good on the second free throw.
And for Rondo, in the trade, he was able to get out of a rebuilding situation in Boston. It immediately helped a playoff contender in Dallas that was looking for help at that point guard position.
Now here's Gasol. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
Cousins, no good.
And I tell you what, it was a rough go of things there early on for Rondo and Dallas. And you know, even for great players, it's always an adjustment when you go from a position of comfort to a completely new environment. And even though you're going to a better team, there's going to be some hemming and hawing in terms of your role and how you fit in.
Now here's Rondo after the miss from Pau Gasol. Cousins inside, covered by Noah. No good from Cousins. Bulls trail by 7. Now Mirotic out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for Sacramento. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for the Bulls. Here's Bellinelli. Outside Rondo. Six to shoot. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
Shooting just one.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to battle back, you can't keep sending them to the line.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Bellinelli. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Kings lead by 10.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
All right, Sacramento, please welcome America's best dance crew, your Sacramento Kings dance team.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
And as always, Doris, thank you. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Dunleavy dishes to Butler. Noah the screen. Picked him clean. And they're pushing it up. The shot by Bellinelli. No good.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
And again, Chicago. No good. Kings leading now by 10. Feeds it to Gay. They set the pick. To the wing on the left. Down deep. McLemore. But they'll get another chance. Pass to Cousins. Back to Gay. Four on the shot clock. Noah with the block. Outside Rose. Noah, the pass to Butler. Noah, the screen. Butler kicks it to Noah. Gay against Butler. And the rejection by Cousins. Here's Bellinelli. Screen by Cousins. Bellinelli dishes to Gay. And a strong finish with two hands.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Rose passes to Noah. Here's Gasol. Soft touch off the glass.
Very high-quality shot. Can't get enough of those.
Kings leading now by 10. Kicks it to Bellinelli. And there's the feed to Cousins. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Rose kicks to Dunleavy. Back to Rose. Gasol screen. Inside. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And that's 17 points for Pau Gasol.
All right, Sacramento, please welcome America's best teams crew, your Sacramento Kings tag team.
Sacramento making a switch here. Collison's out there. Sacramento leading by 10. He kicks it to Bellinelli. Back to Collison. Here's Cousins. Cans the 12-footer. And here's Rose. Gasol a screen. Rose dishes to Dunleavy. Outside Butler. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
McLemore, the pass to Cousins. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Now here's Collison. And Bellinelli kicks to McLemore. The three. And he gets it to go. And the Kings lead by 13.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
They grabbed their own miss. Nice D from Cousins.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Bulls trail by 13. Here's Butler. Stolen by Collison. Gay sets the pick for Collison. Free throw line jump shot. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Screen by Cousins. The drive by Collison. Cousins, no one around him. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Collison's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Noah with a screen on Collison. Here's Rose, and he drops it in from the low post.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Collison dishes to Bellinelli. They set the pick. He feeds it to McLemore. No good on the three.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Scooped up. Noah kicks to Gasol. He dishes it to Dunleavy. Pass to Butler. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Butler attacking. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Outside Rose. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
Boy, they're doing a nice job, a really good job of getting second chances here. And that's a great way to cut into that lead. I mean, nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than putbacks.
Screen by Cousins. A drive by Collison. He used that pick to get in close. Collison's got 10 points here in the second half.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
You look at DeMarcus Cousins, what a contribution.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Right side Rose to the left side wing. Dunleavy, the pass to Gasol. Down low. Here's Noah, and he goes in for the double. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
Whoa. That'll wake you up. My goodness.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace.
Bulls trail by 9. Rose with the ball. Out to the right wing. Near the three-point line, it's Dunleavy. Sacramento grabs the miss. Cousins has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Now, here's Cousins. That doesn't go either for Collison.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Rose goes in. And good on the basket. Book it.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Here's Collison, following the score by Derrick Rose. Collison dishes to Cousins. 6 on the shot clock. A floater, and Gasol sends it back. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. And 1:01 left here in the fourth quarter.
And you know what? He had to clear some space for himself to get that rebound. Not an easy one there among the big boys.
52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Collison. Dishes it to Cousins. No good. Great defense that time from Noah. Rose against Collison. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
Cousins.
Shooting for Sacramento, DeMarcus Cousins. At the line for 2.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
Nineteen seconds left in the game. Dunleavy's shot is off. And they go to the intentional foul.
At the line for your Kings, Darren Collison. At the line for 2.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Chicago with the ball. Butler kicks to Rose. Butler passes to Gasol. And the Bulls with another miss. The kick outside to Butler. So the Kings win it Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, and it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd was not going to let this one slip away.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, DeMarcus, congratulations on the win tonight. We know you're a very intense player, but tonight you certainly seem to be having a lot of fun out there.
That's the thing. I'm just trying to come out here and have fun. I got a lot going for myself, and I'm too blessed to be out here clowning all the time. I'm going to try to keep smiling on myself.
We love to see you smile, DeMarcus. Thanks for the time. Guys?
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMarcus Cousins.
The thing I like most about Cousins is the passion he plays the game with. Maybe he rubs some people the wrong way, but I don't want my big man smiling all the time. I want my big man to be mean.
He gave them a big spark with his offense in the paint. He worked non-stop to establish position near the bucket, and that was a good look for them. The D has all sorts of problems trying to deal with him tonight.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.